Hello and welcome to yet another dimension. I am Jeremy, and once again, Terry's here.
What's up, guys?
And last video, we did the PlayStation systems. Today, we're going to be ranking all of the Nintendo systems, the home consoles, not the portable. So I think that could be its own video, but we're just going to focus on the home systems.
Yeah,
Today.
they got too many to
Yeah.
include the portables.
We like to have you guys here all day, but we're we don't want to be here all day, but we won't waste your time with all that. But today we're gonna be talking about just the home consoles, and we're gonna do the same thing we did last time. He's gonna have his own list, and I'm gonna have my own, because we have very different experiences. So I went first last time, and when you talk about it, talk about your history with each one. Like, how did you get it? Was the first time you got it? Because it kind of dictates what it is at like a certain place at the list. So,
Yeah.
Whenever you want to start, go ahead with your number 7.
All right. My number 7, I might have to say the Wii U.
The Wii U? Okay. Why the Wii U? Wii U? Poor Wii U.
Every game basically that was even good on it got ported to the Switch.
Yep.
It had this. They tried to use this controller as like a backup screen, and they were trying to try some new things with it. Tried to play it safe a little bit at the same time, and not as many gimmicks. But
some of the games right here, I'll talk about. If you want to talk about any.
I just feel like this has to be the weakest Nintendo system out of all of them. I bought it a couple years after it came out. I got a refurbished deal off of Nintendo's website, and I didn't play it much, honestly.
Did you play anything? What's What's your favorite game on there, if there is?
The new Super Mario Brothers. Do you think you had it?
Yeah. I have the Luigi one right here.
Yeah, that's one I had.
That's like the DLC to it. But yeah, that's your favorite one.
Mine came with the DLC all in one.
Mm-hmm. I think I have that. I just brought this because I like Luigi.
But that's probably my favorite one. I liked Mario 3D World, but I like the new version better with Bowser's Fury.
Yeah.
But I like that. What else you got over here? Just to throw me some reminders. Smash Brothers was okay. Yeah, nothing real. Oh, Mario Kart 8's pretty sweet. Actually, that's actually a really good Mario Kart.
Oh yeah.
But
I have to agree with you. So that's all for the Wii U.
Yeah, it's my number 7, the Wii U.
The Wii U is number 7 as well. I think it was a super underrated console, but like you said, everything's reported to the Switch. Like, all these games are ported to the Switch except for Paper Mario. So let me talk briefly about each game.
I do know it's weird though that we're ranking it like this, but technically the Wii U plays all the Wii games.
But but like even when it was out, it's still like one of the weakest Nintendo systems because they messed up, especially with the naming of it. It was because I went into a store once after the Wii U was out, and I heard a kid. He's talking about, oh, let's get the Wii U. Like, and his mom was like, what is that? He's like, it's an attachment to the Wii. So they didn't even know it was a
they
new
thought the
system.
Screen was an attachment, maybe?
Yeah, it was like an add-on to it.
Yeah.
It's like the newer.
The Wii U it's
the first high-definition Nintendo system that's of note. That's cool. Finally, after...
I feel like it went the way of the PlayStation Vita. Like, even Nintendo, I feel like, gave up on it.
Oh, yeah, they 100% gave up on it. Because it came out 2012, and then the Switch came out early 2017, and they wanted to get it out there as soon as possible. I don't know what they were thinking with the name, but this is a precursor to the Switch, which it was a good idea, but this, like, looking back on it, it looks like a Fisher-Price, like, toy for, like, a kid.
Without this, though, we probably don't have the Switch.
No, yeah, we don't. So, sadly, I got it, the Wii U, like a year or so after, for Christmas, and I got like the Super Mario bundle. Yeah, Super Mario 3D World bundle.
Yep.
This is the original one. That's why it's red. This is a great Mario game. I really like it. Also, it's cool that Luigi has his own case game, the green. because Luigi's my favorite. Mario Kart. I think this is the best Mario Kart, and it came out originally on the Wii U, but like once again on the Switch. Bayonetta, a great sequel. I like the first one a little bit more. Wonderful 101, great. This is Platinum Games, and you had never played any of these, right?
Well, I never played Bayonetta or Wonderful 101.
Yeah. So this had rarely any third-party support. That's a huge problem with Nintendo systems. It doesn't have that much third-party. So this was probably the best game that was on the Wii U, The Legend of Zelda. This is my favorite game from 2017 when it came out.
But I think of that as a Switch game. I don't even think of that as a Wii U game.
Yeah, see, like a lot of people think of it because it came out the same day.
Yeah.
And like this was supposed to come out on the Wii U, so it'd probably be better if it was just on the Wii U. But a lot of people think of it. I think of it as a Wii U game because that's where I played it. But this is one of the best games, if not the best games on the Wii U. This is a mix of Fire Emblem and what is it? Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei. It's like a idle game.
Yeah.
So it's really weird. It's on the Switch.
Yep.
This is probably the weakest Super Smash Brothers.
No.
You don't think this is the weakest one?
I'd say this one is Brawl.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we'll get to that. I'll talk about that. I think, because I didn't play it as much as that one. That's why I have such fond memories of the Brawl. This is actually exclusive, and it's a pretty good game, Paper Mario, but we'll get to that more. Yoshi's Woolly World, good game, but ported. All these are ported, and now this is a good game when it came
Woolly
out.
World is ported?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, no, we got Crafted World on the...
Oh, yeah. This is different. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. And, of course, they have the sequel on the Switch.
Yeah.
So, I really like the Wii U. It's underrated, but at the same time, rated appropriately. It's the worst selling other than the Virtual Boy. Like the Virtual Boy is going to be the lowest on any list.
Yeah.
So, that's about it for me. For Wii U,
So that's your number 7 then?
number 7, Wii U. It's nothing really... I like the Pro Controller a lot.
Yeah, the Pro Controller wasn't bad.
Also, I thought it was cool that you can use the Wii remotes. You didn't have to buy new ones.
Yep.
Which was cool.
And, yeah. But my number 6,
Mm-hmm.
let's just keep the talk going. It's the regular Wii.
The Wii, yeah. So, what is your experience with the Wii?
Mostly Wii Sports.
Did you get it when it originally came out?
Not too long after. My Wii that I originally bought from my mom because my mom wanted to play Wii Sports. Then I got it modded so I could try games out for it. And I like the new Super Mario Brothers. Had a couple good JRPGs on it like Last Story and Xenoblade. It could play GameCube games, which was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, here, this little port, and it has a GameCube in it. It's not emulation. It has an actual GameCube in it. That's one of the best features. But later on, it didn't have a GameCube in it, the later models.
I just don't like gimmick stuff. Like, I don't like motion controls.
Not at all. Nothing. Ever.
No.
Right?
I do not want to play moving around. The only time I think it's cool is I'd rather play Resident Evil 4 on the Wii than I would with a controller, just because
it works really well.
The tank controls this aged better than the tank controls to me.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like the tank controls in Resident Evil 4. I think they're great, and it really works with the game play. But for me, I like motion controls, but I'm with you on that. It's really gimmicky, and tons of shovelware. So anything else for the Wii?
Not really.
I'm surprised you put it. Well, I'm surprised you put it over the Wii U.
I was. That's what took me so long. I was looking at both of them. Like, which one am I going to rank lower?
Yeah. So for me, it's the same thing. The Wii is 6, but I really like the Wii. In some ways, I don't. Let's talk about the bad first. Okay, the bad is it's not an HD console when the PS3
and the 360
PC and Xbox were already HD. Xbox came out the year earlier.
Did the PS3 launch with an HDMI slot?
Yeah.
The original model?
Yeah.
So the 360 didn't.
Mm-hmm. Then later
it had the HD like RGB cables. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like the red, blue, and green cables that were component. But then within a year, I think about a year later, they started making a model that had that and an HDMI slot.
Wow. So Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think of.
But yeah,
because a lot of people didn't have HD TVs back then, so it doesn't really matter.
The Wii 1,000,000% should have had some form of HD, whether
Yeah,
it be the
capabilities.
RGB cables or a HDMI cable.
Yeah, the best you can do is component,
Yeah.
and that's what I do. Yeah, so that was bad, and the gimmick of the motion controls. I appreciate what Nintendo does with like, okay, they try to be different. They know they can't compete in power. They try to do different stuff. But it detracts from a lot of games. They instead of like making just traditional games, they try to make it motion control.
And like when you play the new Super Mario Brothers, you have to hold the controller like this.
Yeah,
And it's ass. It's so ass.
I'd rather just use the Super Nintendo controller because it's much better like that. Now for me,
they did make the classic controllers. I had some of those. That's what I would play.
They did. So so that's some of the bad of it. Also setting it up, it's annoying. Syncing it up, it's so convoluted. But I do like collecting for the controllers, like different ones. It's the Luigi one. I have the what's it called? The Zelda one. That came with the bundle, and this is yours. This is the black one. So I like collecting them.
I have the Princess Peach one too, but
Yeah.
I bought that for my girlfriend. She always uses it.
See, yeah, Nintendo likes to do a lot of special editions with their stuff. Xbox does that too. Like PlayStation doesn't really do that much, but for me, I really like the Wii in some aspects because they had a lot of good games, but tons of shovelware. That's like probably the worst part. You go into a store, it's some like dumb, like every little thing they can think of.
Diner Dash and shit, and like every phone game I feel like came out on the Wii.
Yeah, so they were just no quality control. So I think that's like makes it really bad. It could have been higher if they didn't do that with the gimmicks, shovelware, and the HD.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the good games. Because there's a lot of good games on the Wii. Now, you say you don't like motion controls. I like motion controls when it's done right. So, for the Wii, I liked in the arcades, you know how you did...
on-rail shooters?
On-rail shooters, I like those a lot.
I played the Resident Evil ones on the Wii. They were kind of fun.
Yeah, so let's start with that.
Umbrella Chronicles.
Umbrella Chronicles and Dark Side Chronicles. These two games, which are awesome. We should play this one time. If you want to play a motion controller game. Yeah. Well, but I think these games are awesome.
The Wii U stays hooked up in my girlfriend's room, so we can just sit in there and play one day.
Also, Dead Space rail shooter, great.
I didn't even know they had that.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. It's on the PS3 now, though, because it has the Move. Basically, the Move is the Wii U controllers.
Yeah.
Sin and Punishment, this was originally on the N64, but this is a good successor to it. So, and then we have this is basically from the arcade.
They're remaking those, right? Or one of them too, I think.
That's awesome.
Or one. They're remaking one.
Yeah, see, I like these games a lot. They're a lot of fun. And like, yeah, so, and some other games are not rail shooters, but they work really well. So like Red Steel 2, not Rail Steel 1. Red Steel 1 is terrible when it originally came out. So I got the Wii when it originally came out. I got Wii Sports.
So hard to find.
And so hard to find for a good price. So Red Steel, and then like I was saying, Wii Sports. I love playing this. Like when he first came out, it was like a big deal.
Yeah,
everybody played it.
It was like crack.
Yeah, and I always played. What did you play on that? A lot.
I liked tennis a lot.
Tennis was a lot of fun.
And bowling.
Bowling and the home. I always do the home run derby. I could never get 10 home runs. I don't know why. I gotta get that one day.
The bowling one had a bunch of like mini games too that were cool. Like where the pins, you kept getting more pins, and then you could throw it up on the railing, and it would knock all the pins down if you did it right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, and yeah, every one had it. It was a lot of into it for like a packing game. It was it was good. And then Punch Out. That's a good translation to the motion controls. And then you have like the Mario games and also like some platformers, Lost in Shadow, Klonoa, the remake of the original one, Kirby, Epic Yarn, some good games. And then the Mario games.
That's another really good Mario Kart game.
Mario Kart, yeah. I like Mario Kart 8 more.
Too.
Oh yeah. Oh, get that. Oh, nice catch. Spidey senses. So did you play this one?
Yeah, I have that. Actually, that's one of the few physical copies Wii games I have.
Good. Great. So you say you don't like this one as much, Brawl.
That's the worst Smash Brothers.
It is probably it's probably the worst one because they made it more casual.
Yep.
Like the slipping. And yeah, it wasn't like the Wii U one is better.
And if you didn't have a GameCube controller, it was ass.
Oh, you're fucked. Yeah, so you definitely got to use the Wii GameCube controller with that. For me, it was like at the right time. I got it when it released. I did a tournament and all that, and we used to play that all the time as when we were younger, like teenagers. So I have a lot of memories with that, and also some of the best Mario games, Galaxy 1 and 2. I still have this sealed, by the way.
Oh, really?
I don't know how I got this one day just sealed. I don't know. I have actually another copy that's open, but this is on like the Switch now. But this one's still on the Wii.
Which was really stupid. They should have included number 2 with that.
Oh yeah, I don't know why. I think they're gonna sell it separately soon. That's Nintendo for you. They want to get as much money as possible. Yeah. So the Mario games were good. Some of the sports games, and then how you like RPGs, right? There's some really good RPGs on here.
Yep.
I don't know if you like Paper Mario.
I never played any of the Paper Marios.
Paper Mario is good. It's turn based. It's kind of like easier one, but it adds a lot of charm to it.
I prefer Superstar Saga and Mario RPG.
Oh yeah. But I think on the GameCube, we'll talk about that later. It's really good. This is Sakura Wars. It's strategy RPG, really good. This is like over $100 now, though. It's kind of rare.
This is a badass.
Oh yeah, so these games, Last Story.
I would love to have that.
Xenoblade Chronicles, and Pandora Tower. That was part of like the Operation Rainfall. So the fans wanted to get these games ported to the American systems. Yeah, it's made by the original creator of
Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
and it's got the original music composer.
Yeah,
for
show that, man. That's cool. So that's one of my favorites in the Wii collection. It's awesome.
It's like a book.
Yeah.
But so there was a time where Lincoln Park GameStop had the regular version of this and the regular version of this for $20 each, and I do not know why I didn't buy them.
Crazy, man! You should have got them. But if you want to play them, this has been ported.
Yeah, I have the port.
Yeah,
that's
but
what
these
that red box is right there.
These two games still exclusive to the Wii.
Probably should have dug that out for the video, but I completely forgot I had it over there.
So there's some really good RPGs on there. Some more, and a little bit of horror games. We got Silent Hill, Shattered Memories.
Which I think plays better with motion controls. Actually, that's a rare
then that's
occasion.
So some games
you control the flashlight with the Wiimote.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is your flashlight, and it's better than playing it on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, Obscure, some horror games, and then the last few I have right here. Oh, it's The Calling. Yeah, straighten it out for me. I wanted to defend the Wii because the Wii is actually good. Everybody shits on it. I think it's good. So one of the best series on any Nintendo system is the Metroid series. I beat the first one, played the second one, and it has a third one. This one is pretty hard to find, the trilogy, but they might be re-releasing that soon. Awesome with the motion controls.
I think they are. I think it's already announced.
Yeah. Oh, it is? So, and there's some like M-rated games on here. We have No More Heroes, and it has a sequel, and the third one is coming out soon too. Yep. And Mad World, made by Platinum Games. A lot of fun arcadey action horror. I mean, not horror, but gory. So I think the Wii has a lot of great games. People underrate it. So even though it's really low, because the other systems are better, those are some of the best games I wanted to showcase.
Yeah.
So I went for a long time. I wanted to talk about the Wii. So what is your number 5? Or is it number 6? Yeah, number 6.
It'd be my number 5.
Oh yeah, number 5. Okay.
Number 5, I'm gonna go with the regular NES.
The regular NES. Why?
OG.
Did you have it growing up?
I did have it growing up, but I had the Super Nintendo first, and I don't know, just the whole 8-bit thing just really wasn't doing it for me. I mean, they got their good games like Mario 1, 2, and 3, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather play those on Mario All Stars. Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I think the Ninja Gaiden trilogies on Super Nintendo.
Yep.
I don't know. This is where it came from. This is what made video gaming popular, basically, in the world. Like after it kind of failed.
Yeah, like
and then Nintendo brought it back.
It was a crash in the early '80s, and then it brought it back. I think it's the most important game system because I don't think we'll be here right now.
It's only got 2 buttons on the controller.
Yeah. I don't wait. Let me see the controller.
I just didn't really.
It's because it's how it's shaped. A triangle is kind of uncomfortable, but like people older than us will probably like kill us for talking like having it so low because this is people's lives.
Yeah.
It get them to gaming, but this is so iconic. The controller.
Well, yeah, my 3DS.
Oh, is it the same thing? Yeah.
I have the limited edition 3DS that has a.
I have a shirt like that too, but I want to wear my Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Might be on the list later, you know. But yeah, the controller is dated, but this was innovative for its time.
There's just nothing other than the Mario games really that super held my attention.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you had like Battletoads and Double Dragon, but again, I'd rather play both of those because they remade those on the Sega Genesis. I'd rather play them on that.
Yeah, it's an updated version.
Yeah. Just I don't know. I feel bad ranking it so low, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's the most important, but it is dated.
It started almost every major franchise for Nintendo:
basically.
Zelda, Metroid, Mario. I wouldn't say Donkey Kong because
it was out before.
I would consider Donkey Kong Country when that became really popular.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, because he was more the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't really have his own game. He had his own game, but it was really Mario.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's number.
That's number 5. Yeah.
5. So, I had to choose between another system and that for my number 5. And it is one of the most important video game systems of all time. But I gotta say, I have to put it number 5 too as well. We're gonna seem like the same list. It might be a little bit we might have the same list. But it is the most important, like I was saying. You have, let me see that, Mario. One of the most important game series, if the most important game series.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention, too, the Famicom cartridges are so much cooler.
Oh, yeah, these are lame.
They're half the size.
Comparatively.
It's a top loader. Mm-hmm. And they're all different colors. They have cool-ass artwork on them.
I seen a Super Nintendo box at Disc Replay recently.
Yeah.
The box's artwork for
the Super Famicom game.
Yeah, are so much better for every system in Japan. I don't know. They just like forget it.
Remember the original Mega Man 2 on this? What it
looked
like?
Yeah.
It just looked like a guy. Like
I'll show a picture of it. I'll show the Japanese and the American, and it's so bad. I love it. It's so bad.
We get the regular Mega Man now, but
yeah,
when
yeah.
first
Now
dropped,
back then, no.
it was.
It was great. So. For me, I'd never really played on the NES growing up. We didn't have it. I started with the Super Nintendo. So, but I did play like on like computers. You know, you had the ROMs, of course. I mean, it's illegal, but who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then later on in the virtual consoles. So I played like Mario, Zelda, see, I couldn't get into the original Zelda because it's so cryptic.
Yep.
Like, the games back then were cryptic, confusing, hard, ridiculously hard.
Fuck.
Ninja Gaiden is so unfair.
I like the memes. It says, like, tell your kid that if you can beat Ninja Gaiden, you'll buy him a PS5.
If he did that, I would buy him a PS5 any game he wanted because that game is impossible.
It's funny too because you watch people speed run the whole game in 12 minutes and they don't even get hit, or they get hit on purpose when they do get hit.
Yeah. So yeah, because they grew up playing it. Because games used to be like not 5 minutes, but it'd be like most an hour.
Yeah.
45 minutes because it's so damn hard.
Yeah.
And I mean that's the only thing they can have on there. But that saved gaming, that's the reason why we're here. Mega Man, Castlevania, Ninja Gaiden, Legend of Zelda, Mario, like it just keeps on going and going. Contra.
The 3 Ninja Turtle games were at least 2 and 3 were really good.
Yeah. Back then, Ninja Turtles was the shit.
Paperboy was fun.
I never really. I think I played Paperboy. Wasn't that an arcade game as well?
I'm not sure. It might have been.
I played it. I think I played it something like that. But yeah, like everything. There's so much. Like included one of the greatest games of all time, like the Super Mario Brothers. Like it changed gaming. So.
Oh, and of course I'm leaving. I don't know. I can't believe I'm leaving this out, but Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest both started on the Nintendo too.
They're originators of the RPGs. So. I feel bad for not like having it higher because it's like so important, but like you were saying, it doesn't do it for me. I'd rather play like upgraded graphics because it's 8-bit.
Yeah.
But nowadays, people like to do a 8-bit graphics, and I think it looks really good.
I'd rather them do. I like when they do 16-bit graphics.
Yeah, I like the 16-bit, but isn't Shovel Knight 8-bit? I think it's 8-bit.
I think it.
So I like that style. I do like the 16-bit style more.
Yeah.
It's just
like
there's more to it.
Like there's a game coming out called The Messenger, and
Yeah.
it's in not the. I'm sorry, no, it's not called The Messenger.
It's inspired.
It's in the same universe
Oh.
as The Messenger. Same company's making it, but it's called Sea of Stars, and it's a 16-bit JRPG, and it looks fucking amazing. I can't wait for that to come out.
You got to show me that. Oh, I think did you show me that?
I showed you it
Yeah, I remember that. This is freaking awesome. I love pixel art.
Yeah.
See, I like it, man. It looks cool, but the later on 16-bit looks way better to me.
Yep.
Unfortunately, but the gameplay is still good. Good gameplay never ages. So the most important, but it's a little dated. The NES is number 5.
Yep.
So number 4 for you.
So my number 4.
It might change for you now. I know your number 1 is definitely. Don't say that.
Yeah, my number 4 is probably the GameCube.
Oh, the GameCube. So, did you have a GameCube when it originally came out?
Yep.
Okay.
Within the first year, probably.
First year,
yeah.
okay.
I got a PS2 first that generation, then a GameCube, then an Xbox.
Okay. So memories of the GameCube.
I got it for Christmas. First game I had was Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. And
that was... Oh, yeah, I forgot. That was on the GameCube as well. That's weird.
And I was going through like a little glass thing of receipts in my parents' kitchen, and I seen a receipt for that game. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm getting a GameCube for Christmas. I had that. I played a shitload of Time Splitters 2, Phantasy Star Online 1 and 2, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Smash Melee.
You're playing more...
I wasn't even really playing a lot of first-party games on it.
Yeah, I was. You were naming them off. I'm like, where's the first-party games?
Smash.
Except for Smash. That's it.
Because I don't really like 3D Mario games that much.
Oh, man. You like 2D more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, man. I didn't get into the Metroid series, so I didn't play Prime.
Mm-hmm.
I probably put more time in Smash, Time Splitters 2, and Phantasy Star. That was my 3 main games on GameCube.
You didn't really play anything else?
Not really, no.
Any, like, multiplayer focused games?
Just, I mean, PSO and Time Splitters are kind of multiplayer.
Well, I guess, like, single...
And Smash really is.
How about the single player?
I mean, like co-op?
Yeah. Or even single player. Like, by yourself. No? Damn. So, PS2 and Xbox for you mostly?
Yeah.
So you had all of them when it originally came out?
I've had everything other than the PS3, basically.
It's so funny. I had everything except for the Xbox.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Xbox 360, I mean.
Yeah. Which
so,
is the same generation.
Yeah, so it's like, we had the same thing, it's just that reverse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, because you're underrating the GameCube. You need to play some more GameCube games, sir.
I did. Oh, I played Crystal Chronicles a lot, too. I forgot about that one.
So, what do you... Crystal Chronicles, I got that. They need a remake, though, right?
It sucks, but yeah.
It sucks? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I
think you told me about
so
it.
it's out on phones, too, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
But I did have... So, the Wavebird's cool. It was the first-party wireless controller, so it worked
worked well.
It worked really well. I still
use it.
At one point in time, have the... you can't really see it, but they have a GameCube... Game Boy Advance adapter.
Yeah, which is awesome. It works really well.
I had that. I got that the day it came out. I wish I still had it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know about it until like a couple of years ago. I had no idea why it was like ports in the bottom.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, just wasn't my thing, man.
I understand. You have the PS2, Xbox. You're more like Halo.
You probably like the PS2 more than the GameCube, right?
The PS2. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
So.
I mean, PS2 is probably the best of all time to me. So, yeah. Hey, look. You at least. As long as you didn't rate it under these two, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Okay, so that was number 4, right?
Oh, and another thing too. That was my. Yeah, that's my number 4. The controller is really comfortable in your hand, but the button layout's kind of weird too. And then the C-sticks jagged around the corners. I didn't
Like this, yeah.
Yeah. It's like when.
It's
luckily,
weird.
Time Splitters 2 still kind of played like GoldenEye, so you weren't aiming with it yet.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, playing first-person shooters on it is
Yeah.
very. It's not optimal compared to the other systems.
yeah,
But it's Nintendo. They don't really focus on that.
yep, they do their own thing.
Yeah, I like that. You need to play some more GameCube games. I'll show you some. You're probably not interested in them, but you need to.
I mean, I've played Tales of Symphonia, but I have it on Steam.
Yeah, I mean that's GameCube though. That's GameCube. Remember, first on GameCube. Okay, so what else? Anything else for the GameCube? I mean, don't push it. I'm gonna talk about it in length.
That's probably
Later.
it for me.
All right. So my number 4 is not the GameCube. It's the Super. No, it's the Switch. It's the Switch.
See, I'm in my head. I'm stuck where I want to put the Switch.
You'll see. We'll see. Let me see. Let me talk about it. So the Switch, in design, is genius. Because it's a portable. Man, this looks nice. Did you just get this?
No, I've had it for a
This-
couple years.
Yeah, this looks nice. The Switch. I'm like,
I don't play it.
It looks brand. Yeah, I see. So the Switch.
And when I do, I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep interrupting you. When
No,
I
you're
do, it's on the dock, and I'm using my Pro Controller.
That is, yeah. So, what genius is about this? It's a portable and a TV, home system all in one. You just take it right off the dock, and it goes right to it. Like first time you see it, I'm like, wow, it's amazing. And they try to do it with the Wii U. Kind of looks similar, huh? Hold that up, right quick. This one, hold that up.
Yep.
It kind of looks similar, right? This is just the much better version of that.
This is the Fisher Price.
Yeah,
but
Fisher
this one
Price.
does feel way more fucking durable than that one does.
It does, yeah, it does. I don't ever play handheld mode on the Switch. I always on the TV because that's just how I am. I'm not really portable gamer. But I love the design of just taking it off and playing. I don't like the Joy-Cons, so I use the Pro Controller, and you use this as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah. This is a really good controller. Similar to the Xbox controller.
It's got haptic feedback. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's cool. It's good. It's like similar. Does the Xbox have haptic
No.
feedback? Yeah, so I like that and the DualSense. It's cool. So this is a really good controller.
If I would have had the Switch as a kid, I would have portabled the dog shit out of it.
Oh yeah. As a kid, it makes more sense
Yeah.
for portable because you can't use the TV. Your parents are using the TV.
Yeah.
So for me, the reason why it's lower, because I haven't had that much experience with the Switch. I got it last year around May, and I played a couple of games on it. My favorite game on it, which is not even first party, is Hades. I got it when it close to when it came out. It was my favorite game from last year, roguelike RPG, but it's on everything now. Yeah, it just came on the PS5 and the Xbox, I think.
I think today, right?
It might be today. Yeah,
No, today's Sunday.
it comes out usually Tuesdays or Fridays. But once this come out on any other system, get it. It's a great game.
It's on PC. It's been out on PC too.
Yeah, PC. It's on everything.
It was
now.
on Xbox Game Pass or PC Game Pass.
Luigi's Mansion 3, good game. This is an Astro Chain. It's made by Platinum. I think Platinum. Yeah,
Yep,
Platinum
I have
Games. Exclusive. This is probably the best other than Melee for Smash Brothers Ultimate. It has a whole bunch of. It's like I think it's every character, right? And it has a whole bunch of DLC. It's like over 60 or 70 characters. It has
I
to be
think it's
now.
over 80 characters.
It's now? It's 80? Wow, it's too much, but I like it. Have you played this? Octopath Traveler? I played a little bit of it. I gotta get into it, but
Beautiful game. The
Yeah,
art
beautiful.
style is amazing.
I know you like the old style graphics. I do too.
I wish they would remake Final Fantasy VI like that. 4, 5,
They
and
need
6
to.
actually.
They need to.
They're remaking Dragon Quest 3 like that.
They are?
Yep. Same team's doing it.
That's awesome. And they need to do more of that because they need to bring it back that old school style, which is so great. And for this Mario game, I didn't really like it that much. I haven't played it all the way through, but I don't really like the look of it. It kind of looks like realistic Mario, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I gotta get more into it. So I haven't played the Switch as much, so that's why it's a little bit lower on my list. But yeah, the Switch is genius design, and it's cool to play the old school games on the online. I don't know if you ever did that.
The Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Switch number 4 for me.
And the Switch is my number 3.
Oh, put it over to GameCube.
Yeah. There's just there's a lot of good games out on it.
Mm-hmm.
You got Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey's ranked real high.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't.
Oh yeah, Breath of the Wild, because I didn't play it on there. That's why I don't associate it with it.
I love Octopath Traveler. What I've played of it so far. You got that Project Triangle strategy game coming out. The demo's been out for a while. It plays a lot like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Xenoblade Remastered that came out. Xenoblade 2. That Astral Chain game is really fun. I'm trying to think, make sure I'm not leaving nothing out.
There's Marvel Alliance. I don't think you played that. Though,
I didn't get into that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Me and my friend plays that.
You can play Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 and 5 and 6 with motion controls, which is kind of cool.
I haven't played that yet. Like that. I wonder if that's good. Is that good?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then all the Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo games that are on there, that's, like you said, that's the best Smash Brothers, other than Melee.
Mm-hmm. Probably the best now.
I haven't played my Switch much, but I know it has so much potential, and I should be playing it.
Oh yeah, and it's not over yet.
Yeah, there's a new Pokemon Snap. Mm-hmm. We're getting an open world Pokemon game.
That's awesome, man. See, look, there's so much potential, and hopefully they upgrade it because it's not as power. It's not even as powerful as the PS4 and the Xbox, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's like barely under
Xbox One. I mean,
you also got like the Collection of Mana, which is Final Fantasy Adventures, Secret of Mana, and Trials of Mana, all the original versions. I think they should have included, instead of Final Fantasy Adventure, they remade that game twice now. But the first time they remade it was called Sword of Mana, and it was on the Game Boy Advance. Well, that art style fits the art style of Secret of Mana and Trials of Mana. So I think they should have included that. And then you got the Collection of Saga, which includes the 3 Game Boy Saga games, which was Final Fantasy Legend 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. Trying to make sure. What else? Is there any other Square games out on it that I can't think of right now?
I don't think so. There's so much games on there. There's already like thousands already. And it's so great for indies.
Yep.
Everything. It's probably perfect for it. I wish the PS3, the Vita was trying to do something like this. But this is just the perfect way to do it.
Yep.
So I got to give props to the Switch a lot. Even though I haven't put that much time into it, I think it could move up to.
Oh, you got the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Oh, yeah. Well, look, these games, I think of a Wii U, yeah. I haven't played that yet, though.
But
I want to play it, though.
Real good system. Has way more potential than I'm giving it, but.
I think it has a kind of longer way to go because a lot of the best games.
Still haven't came out.
It still haven't came out.
Bayonetta 3.
Yeah. And the new Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, Skyward Sword just came out.
Yeah. And a lot of them are just remasters or ports
Metroid
of the Wii U.
Dread's coming out.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that.
New
Metroid, first day.
New Metroid Prime. New Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh, I'm getting that too. See.
So I've been trying to reserve that $90 Metroid Dread with the steelbook and stuff, and I can't.
No.
Man,
Nintendo fans are crazy. The craziest.
I was gonna buy that and just keep it sealed.
Mm-hmm. If you got that, I might have to buy it from you, or steal it. Don't tell anybody.
You already stole my PS3.
Yeah, you're right. I did
bring it back.
I stole his PS3 from the last video. When I see a PS3, I gotta take it, man. It's my baby. Okay, gotta save the babies. Okay, so Switch is number 3 for you. You said?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
We're skip 4. Number 4.
Number 4. Okay, we're skipping. So, but I'm on number.
This would be your number 4 as well.
Yeah, number 4. Okay. Wait, no,
Yeah.
No, I was not. Was I talking about it?
I went first.
Okay, all right.
Because you got to think, we still have the N64 and the Super
Nintendo.
Nintendo, though. Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, I have in the GameCube. I haven't talked about it. Yeah.
Okay, so then that was my number 3. Yep.
We're stupid. So number 3 for me. Which one? It has to be N64. I love this thing. Okay, so growing up, we got an N64. Actually, I think we had a PlayStation before. Then we got it, I think 97 Christmas or 98, one of those two. And we had so many great games on there. It's so unique because it had a cartridge after that era was over, and it's weird. And one of my favorite memories was playing the wrestling games back then. So wrestling was the best back then.
Yeah,
Or late '90s, like The Rock, Stone Cold, Austin. Austin, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, DX, NWO. Like the list goes on. It was so awesome back then. Then you have the wrestling games where they actually made really great games, especially on the not the Super Nintendo, but the N64, which are great.
Those THQ games are amazing.
Yeah, and they still fun to play today. I think they were better than the PlayStation games.
Yeah.
So you have that. Let me get some games. And also, this is his game. You had one of the first consoles for first-person shooters, which really popularized it. GoldenEye, awesome game. Dated today though, unfortunately.
I tried playing Perfect Dark today, and it's the same creators as GoldenEye. It plays exactly the same.
Yep.
I turned it off after 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's hard to go back to. I'm going to talk about that in the bad. But it also what's cool about it, I thought back then, they had the Rumble Pack, one of the first ones, and it came with
heavy as shit too.
Oh yeah, it came with Star Fox 64, the best Star Fox in my opinion. It has the big box that had it in there.
I bought mine separately.
Yeah, this is not my original box. I bought it later on. But I love this game. This game is fucking awesome. I always play the first level just for nostalgia and just so much fun. So that game was cool. Let me show you some more of my box games. Oh, no. These are $100 boxes. Like I was saying earlier, wrestling games. This one, the first one.
Did you buy that from Destiny Games?
No, I've been had this.
I went back to buy. They had an empty box for $10. I was gonna buy it.
I would have bought that. Yeah. This is the first game that they made. It's called who made
WCW
it?
vs NWO World Tour.
Yeah, it's made by THQ, but it was another name for the company. But I love those games. Mario Kart, one of the earlier Mario Karts. My second, no, it's my third favorite Mario Kart. But I love this as a kid. I play this all the time. Let me not just put this on here. Also, I love these boxes. They're super colorful, but they wear and tear so easily, so I gotta get protection. People say this is the greatest game of all time. I don't think it's the greatest game of all time, but it's one of the best.
I've never played it.
Zelda.
Just bought the GameCube version. I'm gonna play that version.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that's a good version. I heard a little bit mixed things about Majora's Mask on there, but it's still decent too. Speaking of that, Majora's Mask.
Yeah, let's put that one in.
Oh yeah, check it out. It's cool. I like how Nintendo uses different colored cartridges. Yeah. Banjo-Kazooie and the originator of the 3D platformer. They did it right the first time. Super Mario 64. I remember.
That was the first game I had for N64.
Oh yeah, that's everybody. Mostly, if you had it early on, you had Super Mario 64. Yeah. I remember the day seeing that. My friend brought over his N64. I had no idea what it was, and he handed me the controller. And then you could just move around wherever. It was a game changer. It was revolutionary. Yeah. And it's still a good game to this day. But this game is awesome. One of the best 3D platformers, Banjo-Kazooie.
It's also the same creator as GoldenEye.
Oh, yeah. Rare had GoldenEye, this.
They made Donkey Kong Country.
Battletoads. On the N64?
No, on the regular.
Oh, they talking on the N64. Yeah. They started it before that. Killer Instinct Gold is on there as well. And also, a dream game back then. I remember seeing the commercial.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Super Smash Brothers.
I couldn't believe it when it came out.
Yeah. Do you remember the commercial when they're like playing in the fields and like in the costumes? That's the first. I was like, what? I thought it was a joke. It was a joke, but
they started beating each other up.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty dated now. This is probably the weakest one because it doesn't have like all the features.
There's only like 10 characters in it.
Yeah, but it's still awesome, and I love this box. So many great memories, and yeah, this is one of my favorite multiplayer gaming machines, and also hand me the controller.
Yep.
This controller is pretty bad nowadays.
That's
back then,
worst controller ever made.
No, it's not. It's not the worst controller ever made.
For Nintendo, worst Nintendo controller.
It is the worst Nintendo controller. But I like this a lot still because I like how it looks. It looks awesome to me. I like collecting the different colors, displaying them. They're sweet. And like when you first hold it, like how do you supposed to hold it? It's like 3 different ways you can hold this shit.
I seen a meme.
It's impossible.
I seen a meme. It was a bunch of I don't remember if they were celebrities or just people, but they were playing a game, and all of them were holding it like
Yeah,
this.
yes.
And the meme said, "I hate everybody in this picture."
Who will hold it like that? You don't even hold like a regular controller like
I
that.
don't even know how what game could they fucking possibly be
Yeah,
playing?
it's like
They playing fucking Centipede?
I don't know. But that reminds me. You ever played the original Mario Party?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you had to do like this for
Yeah.
the tug of war? That shit broke your fucking palm, and it kind of that's what messes up the controller doing that. So yeah, this controller is really weak. It has a really weak controller stick, analog stick, but it was innovative for its time. Back then, it was crazy. So I love this controller, even though it's pretty ass. They do have a Hori pad for it for improved one.
I need to buy one of those.
Yeah, they have it at Games at Discreet Play. It's
Yeah,
$50 though.
Yeah, I think it was cheaper at Retro Taku.
Yeah, you should get one from else. You think you have a better time with it.
Yeah.
So they do have improvements for it. So I mean, I can continue on all day. More wrestling games. Diddy Kong Racing. More Rare. Conker's Bad Fur Day. You ever play this?
So I played Conker's Live and Reloaded, which was a remake
Basically
of
the
it.
same thing. It's they censor it in the Xbox version. For
Did
some
they?
reason. Yeah, they some cuss words are bleeped out.
It had multiplayer too, which was cool.
Oh, the multiplayer is awesome.
Yeah.
I wish they had it on the original. Wait, they had the original one though, I think. But yeah, Paper Mario, fucking Mario Tennis.
You know
Some
what?
of my favorite games.
You know the original Paper Mario was at first Super Mario RPG 2, and they were gonna work with Square again.
What happened? Oh, let's
don't
talk
remember.
about. Okay, so I've been praising this thing. The controller's weak. There's a lot of great games on it, but once you get past these games, what else is there really?
Wave Race,
Wave Race. It is Wave Race.
Turok.
Turok. Oh yes, I forgot about Turok. I have that. I don't know why I brought that, but we have that. Did you play those games?
Yeah, I have Turok 1.
Yeah.
Rampage was fun.
Rampage is fun. Oh yeah, I did have that on the N64. Okay, let's talk about the other bad stuff. Let's talk about the bad stuff because I love this system. It's very near dear to my heart. It's right here, but it hasn't aged well because
Oh, you forgot to mention the best game on the system.
what?
Superman 64.
Let's talk about it. Superman 64. Oh man, it is so bad. I can't believe they actually released that. It's some bullshit. It's flying through the rings of death. Oh man, I actually try to beat that. I couldn't. It's just impossible.
It's a terrible game.
Oh my gosh. And there was a lot of games on it. It was only like 300 games on the system, and because they're still using cartridges. Sega even did something right. They went to CDs.
Yep.
PlayStation. Square wouldn't even make any games for it, and Final Fantasy was originally a Nintendo franchise.
They didn't make another game for a Nintendo system until Crystal Chronicles.
And that was like 2003, 4.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. So they shot themselves in the foot.
Yep.
I recently seen a receipt, like an original receipt from like 96. The games were $70 back then.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they were $70, $60. You think it's expensive now. Try buying those games back in the day because inflation. But yeah, so the third party support was really weak. There was hardly any games on it. And like there was no load times, which is cool, but
What's weird
still
is-
it was limited what you can do with the music.
Yeah, it's weird. Resident Evil 2 fit on one cartridge.
Oh, I should have brought that. I had the box for it.
And
It's
it was-
impossible.
and-
I can't believe it.
And it was 2 PlayStation discs.
Yeah. I don't know how they did that. Oh, because the FMVs, they look like complete shit. Yeah, you might as well not even watch it. You can't even understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And the music, I think it's not as good. So it suffered for that, but it was cool. It had its own look. It has some of the best games I ever played on there. So many memories of staying up all night playing GoldenEye, Smash Brothers,
The World Is
Mario
Not
Kart.
Enough.
World is not enough. Yeah, even that is cool because you had that on your top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of great games on it, but it's limited, and it hasn't aged as well as other systems. So that is number 3 for me. I'm sorry.
Well, let's just keep talking about it because it's my number 2.
Is that your number 2? See,
Yeah.
you like it more? Oh wow. Okay, so your memories with it. So any games over here?
So Mario 64 was fucking fun as hell. I got
Yeah.
every star.
I think it still holds
You
up.
can go. You can shoot on the roof and talk to Yoshi. Get 100 free guys.
Spoilers, man. Not joking.
Smash Brothers. I used to play that like crack. I used to love playing Wave Race, GoldenEye. I have so much time in GoldenEye and World Is Not Enough.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm drawing a blank now.
I have most of the good games.
Turok. Turok played a lot like GoldenEye. Played a lot like that. The wrestling games. The 2 WCW wrestling games, man.
Revenge.
Yeah, like I had those like the day they came out. I had another wrestling game too. WWF. What's it called? Warzone or something?
Yeah, Warzone was on there too.
Yeah.
It was on the PlayStation and that. Yeah, I don't like those as much.
I don't like them as much, but they were still fun.
Very cool. Yeah, wrestling was such a shit back then.
I played a bunch of Rampage.
Rampage. I remember we tried to get to the ending.
Yeah.
Like it was like over level 99. We stayed up all night.
Yeah, that game was pretty long.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun though.
But I played it a lot more than I played my GameCube.
Yeah, it's a great system, man. I love it. And I understand why you said number 2 for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I could probably rank it higher, but for me, I was thinking about it. I was considering putting this number 1, but I wish it's just I couldn't in good faith. Are you done talking about the N64?
Yeah.
For me, my second favorite Nintendo system is the GameCube. I look back on it, I'm like, every time I look at it, I'm like, man, this is just quality. I got it for Christmas 2001.
I've been really highly upset with you if you would have put this at number 1.
I was thinking about it, and then I looked at it, I was like, I can't do it. So, well, let's talk about the GameCube and all its glory. Are you okay with that?
Yeah,
I think it's perfect. So, let's talk about the glory of the GameCube. I got it for Christmas 2001. And where is Smash Brothers? So I got Smash Brothers. I love this game so much. As a kid, I did everything. I had a strategy guide. I did everything. I fucking love this game.
So I played Melee. I just ran through with Link through one run just to test out a controller I sold somebody.
Yeah.
And I'll say that I like the new Smash Brothers the best after being used to that one and going back.
Going back. Oh yeah, it's like a lot faster. It's kind of hard to go back to sometimes. But Melee and Ultimate, my 2 favorites.
Yeah. And
we got Luigi's Mansion. So this is why I like Luigi so much. I like horror, and this is like a more kid-friendly horror game, which I really like. This game is awesome. Very atmospheric compared to other ones, and the music is good. I love it. What was lacking on the GameCube? Not a lot of RPGs. I know you're like an RPG guy, but they had Tales of Symphonia when it came out.
You had Baten Kaitos.
I don't have that. Also, GameCube games are stupid expensive nowadays. So Baten Kaitos, Tales of Symphonia,
Skies of Arcadia, which is actually a Dreamcast
I have
game,
Skies of Arcadia. I didn't break it, but I don't have the disc. But yeah, that's a great game. But that was like a port of the Dreamcast. I think of a Dreamcast game.
Yeah.
This is the best Paper Mario game. $1,000 year door. Awesome game.
It just you were just thinking it's because it costs like
Basically,
it costs $100.
It was higher than that. Speaking of expensive games, we have some of the Mario games. This is probably the best Mario Party 6. So much fun. Some of the best mini games on there. You like Mario Party? You ever played it?
It's okay. It's fun with like your girlfriend or something.
Yes, I'm not gonna play it by myself.
I have the new one for the Switch.
Lonely Party. Huh?
I have the new one for the Switch. The Wii U one was fucking terrible in the cart.
Oh, I never even played that. Fuck that.
That's the worst one.
Yeah, the Wii and the Wii U ones are terrible. But the GameCube and 64 and the newer ones are good. Yeah. So this is my second favorite Mario Kart game. Double Dash. I love the 2.
What's your favorite one?
Mario Kart 8. It has to be the best.
Oh, you did say that earlier.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8 is the best, but this is the most unique, and I love playing this. It's still good to play back, and I used to play it all the time. So this is one of the weaker Mario 3 Mario games. I don't really like it as much as the Galaxy and 64, but it's still a good game, and it's not for resale version. What is that a part of then?
They probably had a bundle that came with the system or something.
Yeah, and I love the Mario games, street games, Mario sports games. That's a good game. Strikers.
I got Strikers on the Wii.
Yeah. So let's put this over here. Now, some of the first party games. Capcom did this on the GameCube. You ever heard of the Capcom 5?
No.
So the Capcom 5 supposed to be like high quality Capcom games on the GameCube. Also, they ported all other Resident Evil games on there. So up to that point, they had all the Resident Evil games.
Well, they didn't port the first one. They remade the first one.
Remade it. Okay, remakes and ports.
Yeah.
But it's the best remake of all time, in my opinion. We have Resident Evil, the remake, my favorite horror game, on the GameCube. That's why I rank it so high. It has all Resident Evil games. I love it. And it has also Zero, which is a great game as well. You ever played it before? Zero? It's difficult, but it's a lot of fun. For the Capcom 5, only consists of 4 games because one of them didn't come out. It's Killer 7.
What kind of game is that?
I couldn't even describe it to you. It's fucking crazy. It's made by Suda51. You ever heard of them? No More Heroes. It's like a third-person on-rail shooter. It's very creepy, very weird, awesome. This is kind of a third-person shooter as well, made by Shinji Mikami, Resident Evil.
Never heard that either.
Yeah, part number 3.
Is it good?
It's good. It's good. This game is probably the weakest out of the 4, but this game is awesome.
That came out on PS2.
I mean, but this is, you see how it says only on GameCube? Yeah, I'll talk about it in a second. They messed up. So this originally was part of the Capcom 5. Beautiful Joe. Awesome game made by...
I played that. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I love that game so much. It's a lot of fun. And then the best one out of the 5, or 4 now. Resident Evil 4, one of the best games. And it kind of redefined third-person shooters of the time. And I played it when it originally came out. It was blown away. The graphics still hold up. A lot of fun. It's my second favorite Resident Evil game.
One thing weird about GameCube, too, is they put the GameCube logo on the bottom of the disc instead of the top.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
No.
Right, you talking about that?
Yeah.
I love that. I forgot to mention, this is my favorite cases. The GameCube cases, because it's different.
Yeah.
I like the purple and the black. I always like that. Speaking of that, I love the design of the cube. People used to make fun of it all the time because it's like a little lunchbox. It's like, oh, you got the GameCube, you little lame.
I always thought the GameCube was cool. And one thing I just found out about, right? I never knew about this. This is a button.
Oh, yeah.
I never knew about that.
You know that? Yeah.
No,
so it makes it easy.
I was just,
Oh, yeah, you're going to mess it up. Yeah, so yeah, it makes it easy.
Yeah.
But that was a flaw of the GameCube. They used a little mini disc to stop piracy.
Yep.
But, yeah, so you couldn't put as much on here compared to the other 2 systems. But it was still a powerful system for its time. It was more powerful
than the PS2.
It is. And like you said earlier, the little Game Boy Advance player, I use that to play my Game Boy Advance games now. It's awesome.
Yep.
But I love the design of it. I like the cube. I don't know. It's gimmicky, but I think it's awesome.
I do like the design of it.
And I like how it's compact, small, and all these consoles are pretty compact. I like it. So, I mean, there's a little bit more. This is one of my favorites of all time. Metroid Prime, awesome game. First person adventure shooter. Pikmin. So many great games. It wasn't a main Kirby game on here, but this is a great game. Kirby Air Ride. Geist, a horror game. This wasn't the first horror game. This is the first horror game. I mean, the first M-rated game on a Nintendo system, published by them. Eternal Darkness, a great horror game. You must play this. It's like psychological horror, similar to Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Awesome. The best F-Zero game. GX, great. And a freaking expensive game, Fire Emblem. It's like, it started on the GBA for America, but
it started on the Nintendo in Japan, right?
Yeah. But like in America, we first got it on the GBA, and then this was the first one on a console, I think, a home console. And then I used to play this all the time on the GameCube, SSX Tricky. So all these games I'll freaking love. Nintendo likes to do like a lot of creative stuff with each franchise that they did. Like the water
Not so
pack
much anymore.
Yeah, that's why I like the GameCube. GameCube was the last traditional system for Nintendo. It was just a game system. It didn't have like any bells or whistles. It didn't have the motion controls and the portability of that. It was just trying to be the best system, and that's why I missed that in Nintendo.
It was still, I'd say, the worst out of the three of that franchise or that generation. I'd put Xbox and PS2 above it.
I'll put PS2, GameCube, and Xbox for me. Because I can't really think of like other games.
To me,
GameCube, Xbox.
There's not a better game on the GameCube than Halo 1, Halo 2, or Morrowind.
Morrowind, I don't know about that, but Halo. I mean, what other than Halo? We're not going to debate this. Hold on, we're not going to debate this. We're talking about Nintendo. Let's compare it. We'll have that another video for that. But GameCube, I love it, and also this controller is the best feeling in my hand. It's not the best controller because it's limited with this for like third-person shooters, and the D-pad kind of sucks.
I'm
playing with it. It's so awesome.
I already have that because they're expensive now.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can still get them, but it's hard to get it with the receiver. You need a receiver with it.
See,
but
my buddy,
I love this thing.
My buddy gave me the controller for free, and then I bought a receiver on eBay when I got mine originally.
It's awesome, yeah. I want to get some more. Just have all wave birds. See, like when I think of Nintendo, I think of multiplayer. So that's the GameCube. The third party support was weak. In terms of like third party, it was definitely the weakest of the generation.
Oh yeah.
But the first party was great, and it had all the Capcom games on it. I love Capcom, so that's why I like it so much. So that's number 2 for me, GameCube. I can't think of anything else to talk about. I love it.
Yeah. And there's only one system left for both of us.
Oh man, yeah, it's the Virtual Boy. So you're number 1. Talk about the Super Nintendo. Why it's number 1.
So the 16-bit graphics look amazing. Like when it comes to pixel graphics, that's the best looking pixel graphics out of everything. And you had other than the PlayStation 1, this is the best JRPG machine. You got Final Fantasy 4 and 6.
That's when it really came into its own.
Yeah. You had Final Fantasy 4 and 6, which came out as 2 and 3 here. You had Mystic Quest, which kind of sucked, but they were trying to say we needed easy games. You had Terranigma, which really only came out in Japan and Europe. It was part of the the Gaia series, but you had Illusion of Gaia, Brain Lord. The original Star Ocean was on Super Nintendo in Japan only. Tactics Ogre
Breath of Fire
was actually on Super Nintendo first and then ported to PlayStation. Chrono Trigger, Earthbound.
Chrono Trigger, man. People say some of these are the greatest games of all time to people. Earthbound, yeah.
Super Metroid, Super Castlevania 4. And then the beat 'em ups, you got Turtles in Time, Super Double Dragon, Final Fight 1, 2, and 3, and Guy. What else?
I mean, there's so much.
Yeah,
you say Mega Man X?
Oh, the Mega Man X. Those are the best Mega Man games.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down.
Mm-hmm. So improved from the original. The original ones are still good, though. But those are just improved so
Donkey
much.
Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. Kirby Superstar. Kirby's Adventure 3? Kirby's Dream Course.
Kirby's Dream Land 2 and 3.
Dreamland. Yeah, Dreamland 3.
You say F-Zero. I don't know if you ever played that. F-Zero.
I don't like racing games too much. Link to the Past is my favorite Zelda.
I mean, just look at the Super Nintendo, like the classic. Like, all those games are fucking great.
Oh yeah, Mario RPG was a fucking SquareSoft made that for them. It's crazy that they worked together.
Just to think about that, man. It was a crazy time to be alive. This is a great time. We take it for granted now.
There's some Dragon Warrior / Dragon Quest games on there. Yeah. It's crazy, man. How much stuff there's. Battletoads and Double Dragon was on Super Nintendo. You had your classics like Aladdin and Lion King. The Home Alone games were kind of cool.
The licensed games were actually great because they were made by great companies like Konami and Capcom.
Yeah,
which I love. I love how they did that, and that was part of the NES era as well. DuckTales.
I had this one weird game called Rocky Rodent, and you like.
I never even heard of that.
It's like a platformer. You can he can run kind of fast, and you find different bottles of like gel and hairspray and. Like one, he gets a spike, and he can stick to certain things and throw himself up. And then one, it's a mohawk that he throws like a boomerang. And then one, he gets a ponytail, and he could like whip people and then hook on and swing. I don't know. It was pretty fun. It's just some random shit.
Show me that.
My parents got me back in the day.
Yeah, there's so many.
Oh, and
NES.
You can see the secret, of course.
Of course, every time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll have to agree with you. But is there anything else to talk about? What about the controller?
Oh yeah,
The controller is
the
so
controller's
awesome.
nice, man. It's like
I love it. I love the look of it.
it's a nice step up from the Super Nintendo or the regular Nintendo
It's
controller.
not like sharp edges.
And then you can see
More comfortable.
my Super Nintendo that I have looks all nice,
Look
right?
at that, man.
Well, most of them, especially the older models,
Oh, yeah.
for no reason,
Look at that.
end up looking like this.
I forgot why,
It's like there's like a chemical in the plastic that just slowly turns them yellow.
but it's only one side.
Yeah, sometimes it's both sides.
Yeah, it's weird
But-
how that happens. There's no way that you can prevent it, right?
You can, what do they call it, retro bright, use like hydrogen peroxide or some shit, and you have to soak it, but it can weaken the plastic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's like no way you can do it. Like, just like leave it there and it won't like do that, right?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything you can do about it.
I just thought that was interesting.
Because it happens
Just
to the
one
regular
side.
Nintendos too, just
Yeah.
not as bad.
Yeah, I didn't.
'Cause you
I
can
thought it
s-
was just only Super Nintendo.
You can see it on the controller
Mhm.
where half the controller is yellow and the bottom half is not as yellow.
Yeah, Super Nintendo. That was Nintendo at its best, man. They were just pumping out, and a lot of people were.
And
A lot of the best developers were on doing Nintendo games.
And all those games have aged like fine wine.
Yeah,
They're still
'Cause
just
they're not
as
3D.
playable now as they were back then.
yeah, they good graphics, realistic graphics. They age.
Yep.
Like 3D, but pixel art 2D, it doesn't really age unless you don't like that look. You're
Yeah.
insane. So much detail in it compared to the 8-bit era, which I mean I still like it, but the 16-bit era is so great. It's beautiful. Just it's a work of art.
Didn't the creator of Final Fantasy, the creator of Resident Evil, didn't he make a horror JRPG on the Super Nintendo?
No, it's on the NES. It's Sweet Home. It was like and no, it was no, it wasn't. It wasn't the original creator of not Final Fantasy, Resident Evil. It was what's his name? His name's Fujiwara. I forgot what his original name was. But he was supposed to make Resident Evil, but he passed it on to Shinji Mikami because that was his like his protege
Yeah.
at the time because he was getting out of the business, I think, or he moved to a different company.
Okay.
So he made Sweet Home. Sweet Home was inspired. Resident Evil was inspired by Sweet Home.
And then Leonard Skinner made Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home. Okay, yeah, they did. That is a fact.
Yeah.
Of like, I don't think it has anything to do with it, but we'll keep it in there. So, Super Nintendo. Anything else? You said it all. You named all the great games, and there's probably even more. Did you mention Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat? I know you don't really like fighting games, but I guess I'll talk about it.
I think of those. I played those on the Sega, so I always think of those as Sega Genesis.
I mean, it's part of the Super Nintendo too. Yeah. So Genesis and the Super Nintendo going at it. That was a great time to be a kid.
Yeah.
Great time to be a gamer, and I think this generation made before that it was just toys, but once it hits the Super Nintendo Genesis era, this is like staying for good.
Yep.
Because it's good gameplay, good stories with RPGs, and like the just art. Just the art is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's here to stay. So obviously, anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Anything? I mean, obviously, it's number one. I was thinking about putting this number two, but I was looking at this. I was like, I need a refresher. Like, why is this so great? And it's like every classic that's on this. Mega Man X. We have the Final Fantasy, like some of the best Final Fantasy games. All the great RPGs on there: Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, Secret of Evermore, all the other ones, Secret of Mana, all those games. It's just the RPGs, Breath of Fire.
And the beat 'em ups too.
The beat 'em ups, Final Fight, like Turtles in Time.
I mean, I know.
Look at that.
The Genesis, Genesis had Streets of Rage, which to me is the best beat 'em ups.
Mm-hmm.
But
Capcom made a whole bunch for both systems.
Other than Streets of Rage, that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head that Sega has that wasn't on Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean, Sega had Hyperstone Heist, but that was so close to Turtles
I mean, it's
in
basically
Time.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very similar. So Konami, Capcom were doing their fucking thing back then.
And Squaresoft.
And Squaresoft.
And Enix.
Yeah, I forgot. Enix and Squaresoft were different back then.
Yeah.
But they were all making classic after classic after classic.
Imagine if Capcom and Konami merged and they like.
Man, I wish they did because like Konami can
Capnami.
get back. Huh?
Capnami or
Capnami. Capia. Okay, so all the great games, like the platformers. Donkey Kong Country. Fucking great. I mean, it looked good back then. I think it still looks great with the 3D like graphics I like.
Yeah.
Is that Super Mario? Super Mario World.
Yeah.
Super Mario World is the very first game I remember playing. And I was blown away by the colors, playing it. It was so much fun. So I have a lot of memories of it.
How many times have you sacrificed Yoshi for the greater good?
Oh, man, too many times. R.I.P., man. Green guy. So, F-Zero, I like racing games a little bit. So, F-Zero, great launch game. And two of my favorites, my favorite Castlevania of all time.
He's got these cool little boxes for him, too.
Yeah. I think I had the manual in it as well. Super Castlevania 4, I loved it. Before that, you can only whip forward, but in this, like, you do, like, all around.
Yeah.
360, which is awesome. The beginning theme, Simon's theme, one of my favorite themes of all time. You gotta look it up. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but this is along with Metroid Prime. This is my favorite Metroid game. The graphics in it is great. Getting lost in that world, I love it. Kind of reminds me of Returnal now, and I love the vibe of this. This is like super influential. You need to play the Metroid games. You said you never really played them, right?
See, I prefer the more Castlevania style over the Metroid style.
Yeah, so like so
it's like fantasy or like you know what I'm saying.
Dark the look of it.
Yeah.
See, I like sci-fi, going into space. I love that. So I mean, and like you were saying earlier, all the other games, the beat 'em ups, and I mean, there's so many. I was looking it up. I was like, man, this has to be number one. It's too many great games. And the controller, let me see the controller. Controller, I love it. Just the look of it is so fucking awesome. Such an improvement from the NES. I mean, there's nothing more you can say. It's one of the best systems of all time.
It's funny too. Back then, everyone called their controllers paddles. Do you remember that?
Yeah. For a short time, it was paddles. Like, give me that paddle. I'm like, what?
That and
think about that. It's so weird.
That and like when you were beating a level, everyone called it a board. Like,
let me beat that board.
I just got to the next board.
Because I guess it's a board. I don't know. Yeah. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Think about that. I forgot about that. So yeah, number one, Super Nintendo, the best Nintendo system of all time, and we agree on most of it.
4 of them we agreed on.
Yeah.
And then even the rest of them, we've kind of followed each other.
Yeah.
There was only like one off, except the GameCube.
Yeah. So, I love them all for a certain point. Is there anything else you want to... I mean, what do you think about the design of each one? What's your favorite design? You have to say. Favorite cartridge design out of those 3? Just
the games, not the console?
The console and the game.
I'd honestly still have to go Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo, yeah. I would say that too. The labels are actually not shit compared to the N64. I don't like the N64 cards because there's no end label. The end labels, they're all messed up on mine, but like all Super Nintendo labels and even NES are still fine for me. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's awesome too. What about the system itself? Like any system.
I'd still say Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo, everything, yeah. I like purple a lot. Purple and gray, I think it looks awesome. And like the eject button was awesome.
It is gray, right? It's got like a bluish tint to it, unless it's just the purple. Like
I think it's just the purple
being next to the purple.
Yeah. I mean, you can see that like that because the eject button is gray.
Yeah.
So I think it's awesome. I love the N64 design in the front. I like the logo a lot. That's why I like it a lot. It's like very small, but this is my favorite design. The GameCube. I like the GameCube, how it looks. I've always liked it. And like the mini disc, I liked it. These are lame as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like rectangles. I hate it.
Yeah, they didn't even try with those, I feel like.
Especially like, what is this? It's just a fucking box. No design to it whatsoever. I hate that. And like coming from that, they actually had a design to it. Even the NES looks cool. Yeah. It's very 80s though, but I think it was cool. Well, it's a VCR look.
The 80s is the best decade in American history, I think.
80s and 90s, I have to say. But you're an 80s kid. I'm an 90s kid.
I'm not. I was born in 89.
You're still 80s. It don't count. You're not. No, you're more of a 90s kid than me because you remember more of it.
The 80s just had the best music, the best movies. Just
Definitely the best horror movies.
you ask anybody that was alive through the 80s too, they'll tell you the 80s was the best.
Well, I wasn't alive, man. Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't remember. I'm sorry. So, but I think that is one of the best designs of all time. Super Nintendo, I love it. But yeah, and the Switch, I think it's decent.
Yeah.
Decent design. So that was anything else you want to talk about with Nintendo? So the yeah, in the future, hopefully they improve with the Switch, a new Switch.
Hopefully they get more creative with stuff too.
Yeah,
Just video games in general. I hope they get more creative. I'm sick of the same old shit coming out.
yeah. Well, people keep on buying it.
Yeah.
About that bottom line. So, what is your rankings again? Can you repeat it from 7?
Yeah. From worst to best, the Wii U, the Wii, the NES, the GameCube, the Switch, the N64, and the Super Nintendo.
Okay, so mine is very similar. The Wii U, the Wii, but the Switch is next. Oh no, yeah. Oh no, I said I said NES next, then the Switch, then the N64, GameCube, and finally the best one, Super Nintendo.
He likes this Super Nintendo more though. That's one he likes.
Hey, it's like gold, man. I love gold. Okay, that's an old joke. Austin Powers, man. Okay, so that was our rankings. Anything else? Anything? We'll probably do it Xbox, maybe even Sega next.
Yeah, we might do Xbox and Sega in the same video because
Yeah.
I can only really rank the Genesis and the Dreamcast, and then
We could talk about like our favorite games,
I can do
and memories of it.
Yeah, I can do all of the Xbox.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have a lot of time in all of the Xbox systems
Yeah,
except the Series X. I haven't played the only Series X. I have a Series X, but the only game on that system I've played is maybe like an hour of the Medium, and I played the I played the Halo Infinite beta, but I played that on PC.
Okay. So I mean, we can still do it.
Yeah,
I like Xbox. I've been, people say I'm not that big of a fan of Xbox. I love Xbox though,
yeah.
as well. I love all gaming. If it's a good game, I'm playing it.
Yep.
So that was our rankings of all the Nintendo home systems. And thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out his Twitch channel, Demented One. I have it under the links down below. I put it in the last video too. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next dimension. Peace.
Peace.